Hey guys, today we're going to talk about proportions. Proportions are equations that show two equivalent ratios. So we talked about ratios before and they're comparing two things. Proportions are going to be where we're basically working with equivalent ratios to see are they equal to each other or are they not. Sometimes you're going to see variables here though. So when we talk about proportions, we either reduce to figure out what we're working with, or we cross multiply. So first we're going to try to see if we have some equivalent proportions. So if I say 11 over 4 is equal to 44 over 16. Remember, you can reduce your fraction or you can cross multiply. So if I use my cross multiply method, I'm going to do 11 times 16, which equals 176. I'm going to do 4 times 44, which equals 176. Since these two are equal, yes, this is a proportional equation. These two ratios are equivalent to each other. So if I give you something like 9 over 4 equals to 36 over 16. I can say, well, 16 divided by 4 is 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 over 4 equals 9 over 4. These two are equivalent. If I say 2 over 3 is equal to 11 over 5. Two ways to tell this is not proportional. First off, 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 11 is 33. So if you were to look at it that way, those numbers are not equal, it's not equivalent. But also look, our large number is on the bottom here, but our large number is on the top over here. This is an improper, and this is a small fraction. Fractions make decimals, impropers make whole numbers. There's no way a decimal and a whole number can end up working out to be the same. Try this one. 10 over 9 is equal to 70 over 63. Pause it and try it. You can reduce your fractions or you can cross multiply. If you reduce, I could take, well, divide by 7. Both 70 and 63 have 7 in common. Remember, we have to do the same number top and bottom. 70 divided by 7 makes 10. 63 divided by 7 makes 9. Those are equal. So what if I give you something with a letter in it? For example, so ones that you actually have to try to solve. For example, if I give you 4 over 11 is equal to 8 over n, some number. Two ways you can do this. You can say, oh, well, 4 times 2 equals 8. If I multiply by 2 on the top, I got to multiply by 2 on the bottom. So 11 times 2 is 22. So n equals 22. Some of them are not always going to be as easy to notice and to try to figure out. So if I give you something like y over 15 equals 11 over 3. I do understand that you can divide here. You can say, well, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Or 3 times 5 is 15. You can work either direction. Well, let me show you the cross multiply method. So I'm going to take y times 3 makes 3y, because when you write them side by side, it means to multiply, equals, and I'm going to take 15 times 11, which makes 165. I now need to get y by itself. Since it's multiplication, you've got to do the opposite, those one-step equations that you talked about last year. So I'm going to divide by 3 by doing the opposite. So then y equals, that cancels out, 165 divided by 3 makes 55. Try this one. If I give you 7 over 10 equals b over 20. Remember, there's no wrong way to go ahead and work this. You can reduce it, you can increase it, or you can cross multiply. Pause it, try it. 7 times 20 makes 140 equals 10 times b makes 10b. I got to divide both sides by 10 to get it away from that b, meaning b equals 14. What if I write it this way? What if I write 4n equals 6 over 9? You can still set this up as a fraction. You do that by saying 4 over n equals 6 over 9. Cross multiply. 4 times 9 makes 36 equals n times 6 makes 6n. You could say n6, that's fine. However, I like to put the letter second. I like to put the numbers first. Leaving n by itself, so I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. 36 divided by 6 makes 6. N equals 6. So your proportions are just setting up equations, one-step equations generally, to then try to figure out your missing variable to make an equivalent fraction. Hopefully this does help you out. Enjoy the rest of your day.